Coming up on News Live at 6, how the Trump administration is backing off their plan to revoke foreign student visas.
Our Luke Radel questioned Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about those visas and how the change will affect students right here on the Hill.
And New York making new policies regarding school buses, how they're aiming to keep students safe. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Just hours ago, the Trump administration restored the student visa registrations for thousands of foreign students, including 3 right here on campus. Welcome to Citrus TV News Live at 6. I'm Mike Lamorte.
And I'm Jake Morel. The Department of Justice announced the reversal today, putting an end to a weeks-long battle between the Trump administration and federal courts. Federal courts said the mass termination of students was illegal. Mass termination of student visas, excuse me. The Trump administration used a federal database to track down foreign students and revoke their visas. Most of the students were accused of having minor and usually dismissed legal infractions.
And just hours before that announcement, our Luke Radel asked Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt what this action means for college students.
Jake and Mike, I just spoke to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about the foreign student visas that have been revoked, including on our campus. Here's what she had to say.
Thank you much, Caroline, for taking the question. I appreciate it. My name is Luke. I'm from Syracuse University. I wanted to ask about an issue that's affecting college students at my campus and on others. We had just this past week 3 students on SU campus have their visas revoked. Foreign students have their visas revoked. What do you say to students on college campuses who are maybe afraid that they or their friends could get swept up in what's happening here and provide some clarity on that issue?
Well, first of all, if they are an American citizen studying at a university, they should not be afraid. And if they are on a foreign visa and they are studying and they are obeying our nation's laws and they are focusing on their degree and they are not engaging in illegal behavior, then they shouldn't worry as well. The revocation of visas is a right that the Secretary of State holds under the Immigration and Nationality Act. And if a visa student, a foreign national who came here with the privilege to study at one of our universities, is acting in an adversarial way to our foreign policy interests, the Secretary of State reserves the right to revoke that privilege for them to come and study at our nation's universities and colleges. And so long as they're not engaging in illegal behavior, they should have nothing to worry about.
Is protesting illegal behavior?
No, but illegal harassment of students on college campuses and engaging in criminal behavior absolutely is illegal. And we want to make sure that we're enforcing our nation's laws.
Thank you.
Sure.
So as you can see there, the press secretary making a distinction between protesting and illegal behavior, but many of these immigration disputes are still working their way through the federal court system. Reporting from the North Lawn of the White House, Luke Radel, Citrus TV News.
Citrus TV News White House correspondent Luke Radel, thank you. Well, bringing it back on campus, tonight pop singers Lotto and Role Model take the stage in the JMA Wireless Dome. University Union is hosting their annual block party. Doors open at 7 p.m. Tickets are still available to SU and SUNY ESF students for $20 and to the public for $40. Mike, maybe you should take that student discount. Block Party follows Block Darty, that's day party for our older viewers. That was cut short due to severe thunderstorms today. I'm not sure if you got caught up in those, but I did. I was getting rained on. My roommate Jordan Leonard and I were playing catch outside and we just started getting poured on. I'm not sure if that happened to you.
I was walking to the studio to host Market Shares and all of a sudden it just started downpouring right on this. Yeah, really great show, by the way.
Yeah.
Check out that episode. But you know, that rain kind of hindered the outdoor block party. I know that our Sigourney Bell is outside with that weather forecast.
Yeah, thank you, Mike and Jake. Jake, I'm sorry to hear that your dye got cut a little bit short, and Mike, I'm sorry you got cut in the rain. I also got caught in the rain. I was at Block Darty. I was getting a hot dog, and next thing I know, it was pouring down. It felt very unexpected, but right now, as you can see, it's not raining anymore, but we can expect that rain to pick up again in the next 45 minutes. So when Block Party doors open at 7 p.m., you can expect to maybe be caught up in a little bit of some moderate or drizzle light rain. Now, right now, it is 73 degrees out here. It's actually really nice. The only thing you have to worry about is the humidity, and we're going to drop to temperatures of 60 degrees later on tonight. Well, I'm going to get back inside and take this coat off because it's really hot out here, but I'll throw it back to the desk, Jake and Mike.
Sigourney, thank you. We turn now to new details. Local and state government officials are aiming to make the commute to school safer for students.
Our Sophia Braun is here to show us how new technology is helping with the crackdown.
Thank you, Jake and Mike. Drivers in Syracuse, listen up because new cameras on school buses are watching. If you pass a stopped school bus with its stop arm out, you could face serious consequences. This local program, known as Operation Safe Light, is a part of Mayor Ben Walsh's safety initiative for the city of Syracuse. Its warning period runs from April 21st to May 21st. After that, the cameras start recording and violations and the fines begin. A similar program has just been enacted on the state level. The governor's office is highlighting the importance of their program, known as Operation Safe Stop, which penalizes drivers who do not stop for school buses. But this program does not have a warning period. New York state law states that first-time violators will be charged with a $250 to $400 fine and up to 30 days in jail. Second-time offenders within 3 years of their first violation will be charged with $600 to $750 and up to 180 days in jail. And third-time offenders will be charged with between $750 and $1,000 and up to 180 days in jail. Drivers can also receive 5 points on their license for these offenses. An event in Oswego this week spotlighted the state's push to publicize Operation Safe Stop. Local officials say that the cameras on school bus stop signs are already helping curb dangerous driving. But if you see that stop arm out, make sure to stop because come May 21st, the cameras are rolling and the fines are real. Reporting in studio, I'm Sophia Braun. Guys?
Thanks, Sophia. New York is mandating a shift to school buses to increase sustainability. Under the mandate, all new bus purchases must be zero emission by 2027 and electric by 2035. None of the 15 districts in central New York have bought electric school buses or plan to do so. They say this is because of cost, infrastructure limitations, and route compatibility.
Let's talk housing market for a second. The average cost of homes in 3 central New York towns is up by 15% compared to this time last year. According to data from the Greater Syracuse Association of Realtors, Skinny Atlas had the largest increase in average home sale price at over 20%. Homes in other suburbs like Elbridge and Lafayette also experienced hikes of nearly 20%. Maybe that's why Weitzman sold that mansion.
Still ahead on News Live at 6, the Trump administration continues peace talks in the Russian-Ukraine war. What the president had to say.
And a certain former New York congressman was sentenced to several years in prison. We'll have the details right after the break. Stick with me.
Welcome back to this week's episode of the Sideline Squeeze. I'm Victoria Daly.
And I'm Lindsay Aarons.
Jumping right into Thursday night football, the Commanders took on the Eagles last night, 3-0 the last 3 games. Virginia Tech is coming to the Dome tomorrow.
Fran Brown has just totally changed the culture of Syracuse football for the better.
September 14th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, we have a big fight card. Mikey, it's Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga.
The Eagles completely clicked on all cylinders in this second half.
Let's go to the finals predictions. What are you thinking?
I'm going Liberty and Sun, and I'm going Liberty taking it home this year.
On Bones Jones really kept his heavyweight here. I mean, a pure dominant TKO.
With November comes playoff time for women's soccer. That means the ACC tournament is in full swing, and the NWSL playoffs are not too far behind.
She's dominant in the paint. She scores in the paint. We know that she's aggressive. She littles everybody. But what does the perimeter look like?
It was a solid season for the Orange. I mean, like you said, 13-7 on the season, 4-4 in conference play.
You got Cameron Breen, you got Rakia Jackson. You just need somebody at that guard spot that look thin in that area. That could be a dangerous trio in the WNBA.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal.
This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
You're watching Citrus TV News, live at 6 with Jake Morel, Mike Lamorte, and Sigourney Bell. And now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back here to News Live at 6. In an interview with Time Magazine, President Donald Trump said, quote, "Crimea will stay with Russia." It is the latest attempt from Trump to end the war in Ukraine. He's accused Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky of prolonging the war and resisting negotiations with Russian President Vladimir Putin. European leaders have taken a different route and are blaming Putin for dragging out this conflict.
Russia annexed Crimea in 2014. The area is essential for trade on the Black Sea. Reports last week said that the Trump administration was weighing whether to pull out of Russia-Ukraine peace talks if the conflict does not end soon. Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff met with Putin earlier today to discuss plans to end the war.
Now to the latest. Former New York Congressman George Santos was sentenced earlier today to more than 7 years in prison.
Santos pleaded guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft in federal court last year. Our Alex Burstein joins us in studio. AB, how did this long and entertaining saga come to an end?
Yeah, entertaining to say the least. Quite the downfall for the once eccentric rising star in the Republican Party, known for his charisma and grand statements, many of which were found to be false. And now Santos faces over 7 years in federal prison, less than 2 years removed from representing part of Long Island in the House after a 2022 win that flipped the seat from blue to red. Judge Joanna Saber in Central Islip, New York, asking during the proceedings, where is the remorse? Doubt on Santos started with falsities on his resume, which ranged in everything from fake stories as a collegiate volleyball player to being a Wall Street financer, and it led to both federal and House ethics investigations into fraud and misspent campaign funds. The conclusion? 23 charges by federal prosecutors and a finding by the House Ethics Committee that Santos both lied to voters and violated federal law in November of 2023. Less than a month later, an expulsion.
But the Ethics Committee of the House of Representatives has filed their report, which revealed a complex web of illegal activities that involved Representative George Santos's campaign, his personal and business finances.
Now, Santos has not been out of the spotlight, creating accounts on social media platforms, Cameo, and OnlyFans, where the public can buy content from him. But as he did, Santos navigated the legal system, ultimately pleading guilty in federal court in August. Santos appealed for mercy after that, but today the plea struck down. In addition to the 7 years, Santos now owes around $580,000 in restitution funds and legal fees. Less than 3 years after a midterm win, a crushing court conclusion for George Santos, a rainy end to his career. But is the rain going to stay here in central New York? Sigourney Bell has more.
Yep, Alex, coming up on News Live at 6, I'll have your 5-day forecast. You don't want to miss it.
Trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Sorry to disappoint, that is not from the Citrus TV Weather Center. That's us right here, and we're going to talk about what we want to do with this nice weather this weekend, or lack thereof.
Yeah, really lack thereof.
Lack thereof.
It's raining outside. It's been raining for a couple hours. I don't know if it's still raining outside, but Sigourney Bell has the latest.
Siggy, can I play Die in the Rain tomorrow?
You can if you want to get all wet. It's not raining anymore, but like you said, the weekend, it will be a lot of rain. We're going to have highs of 79 on Tuesday, and then on Monday, we're going to have some sun. So that's when you should be going out to play with your brothers or your friends, Jake. And then on Wednesday, we're also going to have some sun, and it's going to be cloudy on Tuesday with a low of 60 on Sunday. Now, like I was talking before about those storms that we were seeing coming through, now they're not happening anymore, but they're coming over here, coming through not through Ithaca and Binghamton, but up towards Syracuse and entering Rome. Now, right now, it's still light and moderate rain, but we will expect it to get a little bit heavier over the weekend. Now, that has been my weather forecast, and I want to give a quick thank you to our seniors, Richard, our EP, Michael, our host, and Jake, our host. Now, I want to do a little bit of my memories, my first-time memories with you guys. Now, Jake was actually the one who was sitting at the Citrus TV table when I was an admitted student, and he was telling me to join, so that's also amazing. And then Michael was the first person I photogged here at Citrus TV. I don't know if he remembers it, but it was JJ, and he was doing a story on the bar crawl, and we had an iPad, and it was so windy outside, and so his shot was so shaky, and I thought he was gonna be so mad that it was like about to tip over. And so those are my first memories with our two angers. And then Richard actually gave me my new house tour. I'm pretty sure if I remember that correctly. And I was like, wow, he's got a lot of energy, and he has brought that energy into our Fry News. It has been awesome working with this team, and I've loved being able to do weather on Fry News.
Sigourney, it's only fitting that you talked about so many washed up seniors because Syracuse men's lacrosse has 13 more coming tomorrow. I'll tell you about it as Jake Morel threw a pen at me on the other side of sports.
Welcome to Live from Studio B.
Welcome to another episode of Culturally and Technically Legal.
Previously on Survivor.
Welcome back to the Esports Juice Box, where we break down this week's esports news into digestible sizes for easy consumption.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Number 11 Syracuse men's lacrosse has a chance to secure a spot as one of the ACC's best. Welcome into, fittingly, the best Sports on News team here at Citrus TV. I'm Max Gifford. Of course, I might just have to dust off this trophy real quick. It looks pretty shiny in the camera right now, but I'll leave this behind me, just like the Orange should leave behind their last couple of games. SU has lost their last two and have a tough task tomorrow in hand against number 8 North Carolina. And that means the return of former SU defensive coordinator Dave Petramala. So head coach Gary Gate, what do you make of this reunion?
And it'll be a good challenge for us, and it'll be fun to watch Coach March's offense against Coach Petro's defense. I'm looking forward to it. Because last year it was me coaching and not Coach March. So they haven't had a chance to go head-to-head yet.
Yeah, Gary, no worries. You don't have to go by the title offensive coordinator gate tomorrow because Pat March was suspended a year ago when SU ended up taking down North Carolina, was ineligible for that game. This time around, Syracuse, a team that has really struggled in starts, have to find a way to break this two-game skid. If they want a chance at that top spot in the ACC, a loss could drop them all the way down to the 4 seed. Be sure to follow @JohnBaccio23 for live in-game updates from the Dome, and you can also tune in to Orange Press Pass with Skylar Wilkes after the game. So we'll stay on the turf for this next one because even though day 2 of the NFL draft is just less than an hour away, we still need to get you a look at how the teams around the hill did last night. If you are a member of Bills Mafia, well, you have to be happy you got some new speed in Kentucky cornerback Maxwell Hairston. And if you're a Jets fan, I know Jordan Leonard's in studio right now. He's especially happy to have Armand Membu filling in that void at right tackle. And then how about the Giants making the biggest splashes of the night? A top 3 pick in edge rusher Abdul Carter, and then trading up with Houston to get Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart, most notably Shadur Sanders, not going in that first round. So you might be asking, where does Syracuse fall in this? When are we going to hear a Syracuse player's names called? And the answer is we really have no idea. As far as the Orange are concerned, Kyle McCord is the most likely name you might hear tonight. If you ask Fran Brown, he should have been drafted last night, thinks that he is a top 5 quarterback in the class. You can see right now, McCord, the number 6 available QB. And as far as LaQuint Allen, Aronde Gatz, and Fadil Diggs are concerned, their hope or their outlook is not yet known. The second and third rounds continue at 7 o'clock tonight. So just a little bit, just like the Syracuse Crunch get underway in just a little bit for the North Division semifinals for their quest for their first Calder Cup. The Crunch and Amherst have matched up the last couple of years in the playoffs, and the Crunch starting on the road, but have won 9 straight road contests coming into this game. Puck drop for game 1 is at 7:05, and for one last time this semester, that's going to do it for sports.
Max, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you coming on here. It's been a great semester. Congrats on the award.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry you had Stormtrooper aim earlier and couldn't hit me.
I know, that was pretty bad.
How about my Giants, though, in the draft? How about that?
Well,
congrats.
Yes. When we come back, one last look at your makeup weather.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Now, when you wake up on Saturday, it's going to be 63 degrees and it's going to be raining outside until the rain is going to clear up around 3 p.m. We're going to have a low of 42 degrees as well. Now, this has been my last Friday weather news, and I hope Jake and Mike are not too sad or not too sentimental about me leaving. And we have a special video for some people that want to say a special thanks to all they've done for Citrus TV.
3 of them? Goodness gracious, that's crazy. Hey Lamorte, hey Morel, hey Richard. Congrats on a great run at Citrus. It was a pleasure getting to watch you guys grow over the course of my time there, and to see the strong, confident anchors, reporters, and producers you guys have become. It's been absolutely a pleasure to see over the past few years. So again, congrats on the great run, and good luck in the future.
Mike, it's been such a privilege to get to anchor Market Shares alongside you. Your drive and preparation always stands out, whether on or off air.
Mike Lamorte, congratulations on your last Live at 6. You are an awesome reporter, and I cannot wait to see what you do in the future. You have grown so much since the time that I first saw you walk into those doors, and I was like, oh, this kid is really, really special.
Mike, you are genuinely one of the kindest people that I know, and you are such a talented reporter. You are also so hardworking, and it is so inspiring for so many people. I am so proud of you. I know you're going to do amazing things in New York City and beyond, and I'm so happy we can walk at graduation together. Congratulations.
So proud of the both of you. You guys have taught everyone in the news department so much, just not only by your knowledge, but by your presence there, and I cannot wait to see what each of you do next. So proud of you, so grateful to be your friend. Good luck, guys.
Hi, Jake. Congratulations on your last Live at 6. I cannot believe I'm making this video right now. How are you done with Citrus? But I'm so proud of all that you have accomplished over these past 4 years. To think that when you walked into those doors freshman year, we have become so close. Me, you, and Caroline have become so close. It's a friendship that I treasure throughout my college experience, and I've taken with me here to Cincinnati. You have truly left an amazing mark on Citrus, on Syracuse University during your 4 years there.
And Jake, I'm so privileged to get to call you one of my best friends in the world. You've done so much here in CNY, but your time at Citrus is always central to what you've done. Congratulations, gentlemen.
What else can Jake Morel do? Congratulations, my friend. I'm so proud of you, and I know I'll see you soon.
Jake and Mike, congrats on your final show. You guys have given so much to this station and been such great mentors and reporters and anchors throughout the years. So congrats on your final show. You guys have been awesome friends and awesome mentors and members of this station for so long. We're all so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you guys get up to next.
Jake and Mike, congratulations on your last Live at 6. The Lamorte Report in JMO's world, if that's what it is. You guys have made it. You guys have done an amazing job leading the station the past few years. You guys have been great mentors to everyone too, and I know you guys are going to do great things. You guys deserve it. Congratulations.
This whole Friday News crew is so talented. This station truly won't be the same without you guys. Congratulations, and I can't wait to see what you guys do.
Man, what a really great video. Seeing all these amazing friends over the last few years and mentors, just hearing from them as well. Some of the graduates as well.
Yes, absolutely. And it just makes me think, like, how lucky are we to have this station and this community, and not only the opportunity to be student journalists, but the opportunity to make the friends that we've made here. And I think that's the most important thing that has come out of it for me, is I've met so many wonderful people at this station, and I'm always going to be thankful for that. Some of my best friends in college I met here. So I can't help but think of that when I see all of those faces, and when I look at this studio and see all the faces looking back at me here. So
absolutely, and to sit here next to you on this desk for the last semester has been truly a treat. Whether I was an analyst for talking points and getting a nice long discussion with you and Luke and getting attacked on that discussion as well.
It's good entertainment if you want to look up first semester talking points. It's just fantastic stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. But just the chemistry we've been able to develop over the last semester, man, I couldn't have asked for a better friend to sit on the desk with me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I guess with a parting message, the other thing that I think about is that student journalism is important. No matter if you walk around Syracuse campus and see a nerdy BDJ kid carrying a camera and it's rumbling across the promenade and you're like, wow, that's annoying. Or if you read a story that maybe has a typo, just remember, people are learning, but remember, learning this craft is important. And this craft is important to the future of our country and the future of our world. And it's something that you should always seek to support. So if you are watching this, do support student journalism. We always need it, and it is the perfect thing to support and teach young people.
Absolutely. The quality and the craft that we put on for this station is truly just impeccable, second to none. And it truly has been an honor to sit here at the desk, report in the field, or produce behind the scenes. Whatever it is at this station, everyone works so hard, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, for everyone here at Citrus TV News, for one final time, I'm Jake Morel.
And I'm Mike Lamorte. Syracuse, have a great night.